Hi Kristen, welcome to your tarot love reading with me. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry about the scratchy throat. I have a little bit of a cold, so you're getting my sexy man voice for this reading today. Now, whenever you open your email, you're gonna see about 4 pictures. Those are going to be your cards. I'm also going to be showing you your cards during this reading. You're going to see me with some tiger's eye to kind of open my third eye a little bit, and that's just for me. I did take some notes whenever I was pulling your cards, and you'll see me kind of referencing them from time to time as you see me looking over. You're kind of in my laundry room. I just needed a quiet place to do your reading. Sorry. But I did 3 cards for you, and the question that I asked the cards was, is Scott a potential love interest for you? And that's really like the meat of what I wanted to get to for this tarot reading for you, because I think that's like one of your main concerns, is I was kind of tapping into your energy. I know you really want to know when you can, not whenever you can move on, because I feel like you're already in the process of moving on. It's more or less like, when are you going to have this better version of love come into your life? And you're kind of like, not to say you're putting all your eggs in one basket, but you're really wanting it to work out with this guy. You kind of play that card very close to your heart, though. You're very guarded. You don't let that show too well, but I feel like there is enough flirtation where you're like, I think he's interested, I'm interested, so let's move forward. But you haven't quite voiced that yet. But anyway, so let's get right into this tarot reading, and I want you to go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Go ahead and grab your coffee, water, whatever. Take a nice comfy seat, and we're going to dive right in. So I pulled 3 tarot cards for you, and I felt called to pull a Soul Journey deck card for you. And this is going to be more or less a challenge and continue on the healing of moving on from your previous heartbreak and heal yourself a little bit, because you don't want to go into a new relationship with anyone kind of all fucked up from the last one. Still a little bit, right? Right. Okay. So the first card I pulled for you is, and this is the Thelma Tarot deck, by the way, that I'm using, is the Page of Swords. Hopefully you can see that really well. Okay, so with the Page of Swords, this is where you are right now. Okay, this is you right now. I don't feel like this is him. He seems a little bit more on the quieter side, but you're a little bit more talkative, and the Page of Swords represents somebody who's very mentally curious and having an abundance of fresh energy. And that's really where you are. Like, you're looking for love. You're actively seeking it into your life. And you're kind of putting those vibes out there that says to the universe and to spirit, hey, I'm ready. I really want to know about this one situation. And that's where I think most of your focus is. Like, you really want to know about this, if this is going to work out. Because it's kind of like, if you don't get good vibes from it or a good sign from the universe, you aren't going to do it. Well, I'm here to tell you that the Page of Swords is represented, yes, by the element of air, and 2, also by logical thinking. And what I mean by that is, this card is not going to lead you in a wrong direction. This is usually a really good go for it sign type of card whenever you're asking such a specific question as we're asking right now. This card is also about, all about communication. I feel like maybe you haven't shared your feelings, or like you feel like you haven't shared your feelings, or they haven't been validated quite how you want them to be. And this is a, like, just bear it all, balls to the wall type of card. Like, it's time to just say, hey, I like you. Do you think we should be more than friends? Be blunt. girl, I think that's gonna benefit you in the long run. Be blunt. Okay, so the next card is, so remember, this is where you are. You're out there seeking love, and you're trying to attract love into your life, okay? A fresh new chapter of your life, okay? This is where you are. And so this is what you're going to need to embrace. And this is the Four of Swords. And before you get all crazy, because it is reversed, and usually reversed cards have a negative connotation to them, I want you to take a step back, because you're like, oh my God, I need to embrace like this negative shit into my life. What is she talking about? Hold on a second. Because the Four of Wands in this capacity is very much representative transitioning time, okay? Because whenever it's like this is representative of a harmonious relationship coming into your life. Whenever it's like this is representative of a transitioning time in your life. And you are transitioning. You're transitioning from a fresh heartbreak, from a healing state, into getting ready to jump the gun and seek out love once more. And in this reverse state, it literally means somebody looking for a relationship, i.e. you. But this is where Scott kind of comes into play, because he may not, or you may not, you might be, I feel like this might be a mixture of both people, not fully ready for a long-term commitment, but you want something right now. Not like a fling to kind of cure loneliness, if you know what I mean, but you want somebody to like spend your time with, like a companion. But I also want to open your eyes a little bit, that if the person that you're really wanting this to be with is Scott, you need to really ask yourself some questions. Are you ready for long-term commitment? Or is there like a fear there? Is he ready for a long-term commitment? Is he the type of guy that settles down for a while? Or is he the type of guy that dates for a few months and then leaves? This is also where I would want to urge you that if you do say go for it in this relationship with him, because you do have a good green light, like there is potential for, you know, a great love, but is it a lasting love? That part is a little uncertain. And I feel like that's going to come down to the nitty-gritty of just being like open and communicative and honest, and not getting so wrapped up in the new lust of a relationship, because that's what happens, right? Whenever we get into a relationship, we get all lustful and we're like, yes, I love me some him, let's do it. And you're so excited and everything's new and fresh and starts over. But yet, sometimes this is in the beginning where communication breaks down, because you're not setting your standards from the beginning. And then you try and back up somewhere in the messy middle of one where shit starts to go down, and you're like, wait, but that's not what I intended. So what I'm saying is, if you go into this relationship because it does have a good vibe to it, state what you want. Know what you want before you jump in, and make your intentions clear and known. If you want a long-term commitment, if you don't want a long-term commitment, and you're just kind of looking for some part-time companionship, let that be known too. Because also you have to take, you know, in his feelings and concerns with that as well. Because not only will you be risking a romantic relationship, you're going to be risking a friendship. I still see, even if it doesn't work out, the friendship bond is so strong within you two. Like, that's going to stay there no matter what. But to set yourself up for success, you have to understand what you truly want out of a new fresh start, what they truly want out of a new fresh start, communicate that, and try to meet somewhere in the middle, right? And the only way that that's going to happen is if you do that from the beginning. And then your last card is kind of your outcome card, okay? And this is where we're going to jump in to, if you're sticking to the rules of this reading and you play everything out as I've suggested, then this is a really strong outcome for the relationship to blossom into. Okay? Not that it's going to be this from the beginning, it's going to grow into this. Because going from a friendship state to a relationship state, you still have that friendship, but you're going to throw some romance and, hormones and shit in it. And, hormones make everything crazy. So that's why I say this will be the outcome that it can blossom into. So you have the Three of Pentacles. And I know within the Pentacles, usually it's talking about money. But really within the Three of Pentacles, she's hard at work and she's making like this fucking amazing masterpiece here, right? She's doing everything that she's supposed to be doing for the outcome of success, to have this beautiful imagery here, right? So basically, this is a card of encouragement that if you put in the work, you will be okay. I think it's going to take both of you to be fully committed and both of you to step in with all cards on the table, all baggage on the table. I don't feel like that's going to be very difficult for you because you're coming in from a friendship standpoint, so you kind of already have his number and he kind of already has yours. It's more or less breaking down your personal walls and deciding, what you want out of this before you even jump into it. Okay? But it is going to take some time to build some romantic trust for you, especially for you, I think. And for it to just become this long-lasting relationship. Because it's going to be I feel like it's going to be a slow thing. A slow transition into romance. If that makes sense. Because you're still going to have like this deep, flirty, I feel like there's like this deep, flirty, like joking vibe to you guys always. Like you're very funny with each other. Okay, so I'm gonna dive in. Oh my God, I swear I can talk. I'm going to dive in to the soul journey, and this is really where you can heal from your previous heartbreak and really take the lesson of this card, dive deep within yourself, and hopefully you can take these lessons into your next relationship, and it's going to help you kind of problem solve, navigate, and not hold on to such feelings of grief, and just be like eyes wide open, Alright, so this, I pulled a challenge card for you, and it says, think of one person who may have presumed I'm gonna start over because that's a terrible job. Think of one person who you may have presumed had ill will because of words spoken or actions taken. Today, in your mind, try to envision that person with goodwill and spend some time, even a short coffee break, to bring light to this shadow. What would you say to them to bring peace or forgiveness for your peace of mind? What? So to me, this really wraps up if you're still holding on to any grievances of your previous heartbreak or just blocks in general, especially with people who are on their spiritual journey. If you feel like you're having an awakening, you are having an awakening, first of all. But if you feel like you're getting stuck or the message is getting like lost in download or translation, so to speak, think about, things that might be blocking you. Are you having some issues personally, relationship-wise? Since this is a relationship reading, I'm going to relate it back to relationships where you're not clearing the air, where you didn't say all of your grievances, and where you didn't get closure. Now is the time to try to wrap that up. Even if it means like a quick text message or a phone call, the fact that you reach out, the fact that you try and sew up those wounds is going to make all the difference to you, especially whenever you're going into a new relationship and you're plowing forward with your spiritual journey. And even if you're not brave enough to call, the person up, or if you just want to, if you're more comfortable, journaling about it, just journal about this. This is a powerful card. Each time you look at this, each new layer, you're going to get something else out of it. And I encourage you to do this. I don't tell people to do these things if I'm not doing it myself, honest to God. Whew. But that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, comments, please email me back and let me know. It was a pleasure to read your cards for you, and I really hope you enjoy it and you have a great weekend, okay? Bye-bye.